Hi, I'm Dr. Arjan Khalsa, and welcome to our daily SikhNet words of inspiration. And I'm really happy to be here today. I've got lots to share with you. So I'm just going to talk for a minute or two here while we're waiting for other people to get on. Hi, everyone. So happy to see you already. I would suggest in this minute or two before I dig into what we're going to be talking about today, go grab your water. Here's my water. This is a quart. I drink about 4 of these a day. And I'm going to talk to you about why water is so important. And then I've got my tea. So while you're waiting for me to really start digging in, go grab your water. I'm in Espanola, New Mexico in the US. See, there's some folks from Canada. Yeah, I'd love to see where everybody's from. So let me know. And I don't read Punjabi. I'm sorry, my husband's here. He can translate a little bit. But if you're in Punjabi, then speaking in Punjabi, then we'll have him translate for me. So go get your water. And if you want to, grab a notebook and something to write with or something to write on your tablet. Hi, everyone in India. It's so nice that you're here in UK. So happy to see all of you. I find this time so fascinating because we're all kind of in this big thing together. We're all going through this lockdown, through this worldwide situation that we can feel each other, we can support each other, we can give a hand up, and hopefully really, instead of looking from the other side of a world, watching what other people are going through, we can actually see that we're all experiencing it in some way. I'm here in the US and I'm in a smaller town and we live in a rural kind of place, so it's easy for us to go outside and walk. And I can even meet up with a friend later today, but we're going to be, 6 meters apart from each other walking. So, but yeah, we're in this really crazy time where I feel what you're going through in India, and we see pictures and videos, and we're going through something similar here in the US as well. So, those of you who are just joining us, go get your water. I'm going to be talking about some things you can do to help support your health during these times and for coming up times. This is, to me, it's something big that's happening right now. But this is something that you always want to do, is taking care of your health and making sure that you are in the strongest place possible wherever you are. So again, thanks everybody for joining us. So happy to have you, both on Facebook and on Instagram. So great to see all of you. So I'm going to start with just a little lesson on our immune system. And one of the things that I'm going to talk about some physical body things, and then I'm going to talk about some energetic things also. So again, if you want to grab something to write with, this is a good time to take notes. And I think this is all being recorded, so you can go back and watch it later if you want to also. So one of the biggest things that's important during this time is looking at your overall health. So we know a lot of people who are getting sick with the coronavirus, and the people who are getting really, really sick and dying are people who are immunocompromised. They have diabetes or cancer or an autoimmune disease, or they're very elderly or very young. So most of us in the middle, if we do contract it, most people are able to get through it. We maybe get sick, but then we can move through it. So it's because our immune systems are normally stronger in the ages from, teenager to like 50s or 60s. So we have this ability to fight off invaders, and a virus is an invader. And so our immune system, it creates this lock and key. So we have an invader coming in, and you have this receptacle here in your immune system. It comes in, and your body identifies it, and it creates an immune response to it. So what we want to do, and the capabilities we have, instead of just sitting and thinking, oh, I'm just waiting for this to happen to me, I want you to understand and have the awareness and the empowerment to know that you have power to help fight this off. You have the ability with some tools to build your immune system. It doesn't mean it's not going to come into your life. It's not going to, what am I looking at? Oh, okay. but we have the ability to build our immune systems. And so I'm going to go through a few things today that you can do to build that. So one of the things that we have in our bodies, it's called our lymph system. So our lymph, there are little tubes that go all the way through our body. And the difference, most of you know your arteries and veins. You can see them in your wrists. They're blue. Those are the veins. Those are the vessels that are taking the blood back to the heart. So with everything in our vascular system, we have muscles to help pump the blood through. And so what we don't have with our lymph system, which is our part of our immune system, we don't have muscles in our lymph system to push any toxins through. So we need muscle movement to do that. So things like walking, breathing, exercise, things like that helps to move that lymph through your body. And if you can move that lymph, it'll help give your body a better chance of fighting things off. So one of the best things you can do if you were here in the beginning is to get your water and drink water. So this is it. This is my mason jar. I carry this with me everywhere I go and drink this. So everybody hopefully have your water now. Take a drink right now. You should be drinking about every 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Even if you don't feel thirsty, make sure that you're drinking water. And water is just plain water. If you want to add a pinch of Himalayan salt or sea salt and a little bit of lemon, you can do that. But juice does not count. Coffee, tea, and I'm so sorry. We were supposed to go to India a couple weeks ago, and I was so looking forward to my Amritsar chai. I was so sad I didn't get to have it, but probably better that I didn't, because chai has black tea, milk, and sugar in it. And all of those things are not so good for immune system, and I'll get into that in just a minute. But if you really want to build up your health, let go of the water, sorry, not the water, let go of the tea, the coffee, juice, sodas. All of those things are very not good for your immune system, okay? So things like water, or if you want to do herbal teas, and when we're talking about herbal teas, we're talking about things that are plants like lemongrass, mint, lemon balm, ashwagandha, things like that. You can have your haldi, your turmeric, things like that. Helps build your immune system also. Thanks everybody for joining. If you're just joining now, I'm talking about ways to help build your immune system, and we're starting with water. And I always start with water with all of my patients also, because most people are not drinking enough of it. And I don't know, I know you all mostly are in liters because you're in India, but what I tell people is get your weight. So if you weigh, say, 100 pounds, you want to drink 75 ounces of water a day. So 75% of your body weight in water every day. So make sure you have that. I tell my patients to fill one of these up at least at night, and make sure you have it gone by the end of the day. But you should actually have 3 of these filled up at night, and having those by the end of the day finished off. So water's number one. The reason water is so important is because it clears out your liver, clears out your kidneys. It helps boost your lymphatic system. And again, when your lymphatic system is working better, it can kill off those invaders and get rid of all the gunk out of your body, all the waste products that our body produces. It helps move that along a lot faster. So water's number one. So number 2 is movement. So I don't know, I'm curious, are people stuck in their apartments? I know a lot of you in India, I think you're not able to leave your houses right now. Is that true? If you want to comment, let me know. I'm just curious what different people's situations are, where you are in the world. We were just on another Zoom call, a group meditation this morning, and someone was mentioning that in Europe, if they're caught outside of their homes and they're walking around without a reason, like going to a doctor or getting food, that they get fined up 3,000 euros. So I don't know how people are in the rest of the world where you are. We're not at that stage right now. But if you're able to get outside, I would suggest getting outside, whatever you can do. If you're still able to go out into a park or into nature somehow, if you're able to go on some kind of paths, even just walking is one of the best things that you can go do for yourself. And when you're walking, you want to make sure you're moving your arms and legs. So put your bags down. If you have a baby, put them in the stroller. Give your body that ability to move, okay? So I'm going to ask everybody, have you had water to drink since we've been on this call? Give me a thumbs up if you have, or a yes. Want to make sure people are drinking. Not hearing from anybody. Anyways, make sure you're drinking water. Even while I've started, you should be drinking water. So I want to do, okay, I got 1 thumbs up, 2 thumbs up, 3. So some people are drinking water. Okay, good. So put that on your phone. Put that somewhere, another 4 thumbs up out of all the people that are on here. 5. Okay, good. So drink that water, and at the same time, let your chai go for now if you can. I know that's a tough one to ask, but if you can, okay, getting more thumbs up. So seeing that people are drinking their water. What I find with water also, not only just for the lymph right now, but it helps your muscles move better too. So I've had patients who, but just by drinking water, back pain, headaches, neck problems, things like that, it helps eliminate a lot of those, because when your kidneys work better, it helps relax your muscles more. So even if people are in pain right now, water is a great thing to do to help support all of that. Okay, Jasvinder, thank you. Listening to you, going to get water. Love it. So glad you're going to get water. Okay, so, and I also have my herbal tea. I use tea bag tea, but a lot of times I make my own loose tea, so that helps. It has turmeric and ashwagandha in it, so I keep up with those things also. Okay, so the next thing I want to show you is movement. So again, if you can get outside, if you can go on YouTube and find some good workout videos, or if you have someone that you really like, if you're stuck in your apartment and you really can't leave, make sure you keep exercising. One, it's important for your brain and your emotional state. If we're not moving and you're just sitting around on the couch all day or lying in your bed on your electronics all day, your body starts getting, it starts closing up. So your energy gets smaller and your emotional mental state actually starts closing up, and you get like more depressed and anxious. So exercise is really, really key to staying healthy and uplifted and joyful during this time, and get your family involved too. If they won't, just do it yourself. I'm doing some posts on my own Dr. Arjan page, and earlier this week I had put on there about dancing. Like if you love Bhangra, find your favorite Bhangra artist and put that on and do that with your family, or go in your bedroom and do it if your mom doesn't want you to, whatever, like dance, move, whatever it is. But what I want to show you is just a couple of exercises. I'm hoping that you all will do this with me. I've already done it once this morning, so this is for you, not for me, although it's good to do a couple times during the day. So what we're looking, I'm going to take my shawl off here, but when you're moving, and what's really important to keep lymph and your immune system up is making sure all these muscles here in your neck, because they're saying any viruses, but especially this particular virus, it gets stuck here in the throat. And so when you don't have movement here in these muscles here, the lymph, all this fluid, it gets stuck right here. So we really want to make sure we keep this moving, your chest, and all these back muscles back here too. If you can see these, we want to open all these up because you have lymph chains that run all the way along your spine. So we're going to start really simply. Oh, someone said we dance salsa at home when you're in Italy. I love it. That's so fun. Thank you for sharing. Someone posted on Instagram that they've been dancing salsa at home and they're in Italy. So we're sending all our prayers to you too. So thanks for keeping up. We're all with all of you, wherever you are in the world. So we're going to do a really simple, some exercises you can do, and this is to help get that lymph chain moving in your lower back, your middle back, and then your neck. So we're going to start with what we call spinal flex. So if you can see me on Instagram, I know you can see me on Facebook. People might be a little bit harder. But what you can do is just put your hands on your lap. If you're sitting in a chair, or if you want to sit on the floor and do this, you can too. That's where I normally do it. But what I'm going to have you do is just close your eyes, and just for a minute, and we're going to do what's called 1 minute breath in just a few minutes after I talk about a few other things. But right now, I want you to just take a minute, breathe in through your nose, long and deep, exhale through your mouth. Make sure you can hear your breath. If you can hear it, you know that you're breathing the way you should be, long and deep. So inhale again through your nose, exhale through your mouth. And just do a few more breaths. And I'm just going to keep talking for just a minute while you're doing this, but I'd like you while you're taking your breath in. If your mind is going all over the place, a good place to rest your attention is when you have your eyes closed, focus at that third eye point. That's your pituitary, and your pituitary is your master gland in your body. So when you can bring your eyes there, it gives your mind a place to rest and focus, and it lets your mind and body relax. So I want you to just go into your place of center, and that's what the breathing does. It really helps you get into your center. And I teach my patients this a lot also, because I find that if we're anxious, if we're worried, if we're depressed, it's really hard to get into a calm, focused place. And if we're not in our own center, then other things pull us out of who we are. And then we become subject to other people's ideas, other people's input. And you want to be yourself. You want to be you and not what everybody else tells you to be. So just take your moment that you have here, take a few more long, deep breaths in, finding your center, staying in your center. And one more deep breath in, filling your lungs, spine straight, stretching your head up, and exhale. And with your relaxation, that place that you are in now, we're going to do a couple different exercises. So I'm going to turn to the side just so you can see where I am now. So the first thing we're going to do is hands on your lap here, and I want you to just inhale and bring your spine forward. It's a little hard with my shirt here, but I want you to, you're going to move this lower back here. So you're going to inhale forward, and at the same time, imagine there's a string coming out the top of your head and toward the ceiling. So you want to have your spine nice and long, and you want to keep your head stable. You want your head to be bobbing around. You just want to be nice and straight. So you're going to inhale slowly, bring your spine forward while you keep your shoulders relaxed. And exhale and round your back out. Again, making sure you're keeping that imaginary string moving toward the top of your head, elongating your spine. Inhale forward and exhaling back. And just go at your own pace. If you already know how to do this and you've done it before and you feel comfortable, you can go at your own pace as quickly as you like or slow as you like. But remember, you're using your breath to inhale, bringing that spine forward, exhaling, bringing your spine back. And again, if you have pain with any of this, just go to that place of pain and just breathe into that place and just go to where it stops you. Don't try to push past it right now. This isn't about getting through pain. This is about moving your lymph, opening and relaxing your muscles, and bringing oxygen to all of your cells in your body. Continue inhaling forward, exhaling, rounding your back out. I'm going to speed up just a little bit. Just go at your own pace. Remember to keep your shoulders relaxed down. You don't want them hunching up around your ears. Just a few more seconds. And inhale, straighten your spine up, lengthen your neck, let your shoulders drop down. Imagining that string pulling your head all the way up toward the ceiling, up toward the sky. And exhale, relax, but keeping your spine straight. And if you're just joining us, again, why I'm showing you these is because when we move our spine, when we move anything in our muscles, it helps to move that lymph. That helps build and move our immune systems, which is what we want always, but yet especially at this time right now when there's so much going on. So you've had just a few seconds to relax. So we're going to move up. So if you can bring your hands up on your shoulders with your fingers in the front and your thumbs in your back. So it's going to look like that. Okay, so bring your arms so they're parallel like this. You don't want them hanging down here, up here. You can see me. So you're going to inhale and twist to the left side. You're going to exhale and twist to the right. Again, keeping your elbows up And again, really using your breath to move. Inhale left, exhale right. We call this washing machine because it's like the wash when you put your clothes in. And again, you should hear your breath when you're moving. And really feel that. It's like you're twisting and pumping that lymph up through your spine, getting those stiff muscles to start moving, getting oxygen into the muscles. Just a few more. And inhale, come to the center. Hold your breath in. And exhale, relax your arms slowly down and just bring them into your lap. And just do a few long, deep breaths. That pause, that rahau in between whatever it is that you're doing, giving your body the opportunity to use what you gave it to heal and balance itself. One more deep breath in. And exhale. So I have two more exercises I'm going to share with you. If you already do these, this is just a reminder for you. There's a lot of things that I read, even that I've written myself, and I read it, I'm like, oh gosh, that's so interesting. I need to start doing that again. So this is that opportunity. Even if you know these things, let's just do it. It's great for your system. So what we're doing now is called shoulder shrug. So it's really simple. And all these exercises I'm sharing with you, there's things you can do. These are all things you could do while you're sitting at your desk. You can do it on the floor if you're on the bus. I don't think anybody's on buses right now, but if you were, then you can do all this without attracting too much attention. So with this particular exercise, you're going to inhale, bring your left shoulder up. And when you're exhaling, you're going to drop that one at the same time, bring your right shoulder up. So it's going to look like this. So it's kind of this piston motion like in a car. So bringing that up. And what this is going to do, it's going to open up all your neck muscles, your shoulder muscles. So if you have tight, sore shoulders, like if you're used to sitting at a desk or you're sitting at a computer all day, this is something you want to do to help move that middle back muscles, your shoulder and your neck. So this is again going to help your immune system. It's also going to help just open up all of these muscles in here for you, okay? So we're going to start that. We're going to do that for about 30 seconds and then we're going to switch. And we're going to inhale right, exhale left. So let's start inhaling left, exhaling right. So, and really make your breath powerful. The breath is what's going to do most of the work for you. And inhale left shoulder all the way up. And exhale and relax. And now we're going to switch. So you're going to inhale with your right shoulder up. And again, you want to keep your head nice and straight. You don't want to be bringing it to the side. Nice and straight up. So inhaling right, exhaling, dropping, and lifting your left shoulder at the same time. And just go at your own pace. And inhale. Raise your right shoulder and hold it, and then exhale, relax both shoulders down. And now this time we're going to inhale both shoulders up, exhaling both shoulders down. So at your own pace. Inhale up and exhale down. And just take a moment. Relax your breath. And you might feel a little lightheaded right now. That's good. That means you're getting oxygen into your brain and into your muscles. Your body's using all that oxygen and getting all that stale carbon dioxide out. When I was in Africa a couple of years ago, I was working in an orphanage, and some of the community members from around where we were coming for adjustments. And I had taught one of my African friends just these exercises. And so we started a little assembly line where I was working on people doing my adjustments, and then he just with his one little bit, I would say, okay, Cedric, he shoulder shrugs and washing machine, all the things I'm sharing with you all now. He was doing that with people, and it was helping them with their headaches and neck and upper back and lower back issues. And just something really simple, really simple for movement and getting, especially when we're stuck and we're not able to do maybe normal exercise, or maybe you're not used to exercising and you just need a little bit of movement. So this is a great thing to do. So take one last big breath in and exhale. Just sigh and let it out. And that's another thing. If you're feeling stressed or anxious, or you can't get your mind to stop racing, just deep breath in and just let it all out. It helps so much releasing. So the last thing we're going to do, again, I just was crossing my legs, but bring your feet so they're both flat on the floor. And we're going to inhale and turn your head to the left, and exhale, turn to the right. And again, go at your own pace, but you want to use a good rhythmic breath, because the rhythm and the movement is what helps move the lymph. So if you've just joined us, someone's asking if we can post this later. Yeah, I think it is going to be posted later. So yeah, Gurmustik's here with me, so he's going to make sure it's posted later for everybody. And we're going to keep doing those. I know SikhNet's doing these every day, and I'll be on, whatever, especially when they need a filler. I'm not working anyways at the office, so I just, whatever, got lots to talk about and share with people. So also, if you're just joining, we talked about water. Make sure you have your water with you. Take a sip now, because my mouth is actually dry. So make sure you're drinking. So again, this last exercise I want to share with you is just inhaling left and exhaling right. So it's like you're shaking your head, no, 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 no. But we're actually saying yes, 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 yes to ourselves. So inhale left, exhale right. Go at your own pace. If you have stiff neck muscles, or if you have pain, go. Inhale to where you can, exhale. Slowly move to the other side, but just go at your own pace. I have a little bit of a stiff neck here, so I probably won't be able to go as far to my right now as my left. So go ahead and start inhaling left, exhaling right. And remember, keep going while I'm talking, but keep your shoulders relaxed. You don't want them hiking up toward your ears. Be conscious of bringing them down and back. You want a nice straight spine with this, and keep going. And inhale to the center. Exhale, and now go the opposite way. So now you're going to inhale to the right and exhale to the left. And inhale to the center. Relax your breath. Keep your spine straight though, shoulders relaxed and down. Tuck your chin just a little bit, just to open up the spine in the back of your neck. Relax your stomach. And just take a moment and do a scan of your body. If you feel any tension anywhere, use that breath that we've been doing. Inhale and bring that breath. Imagine it going all the way to that area where you're feeling the tension. When you exhale, let it go. Inhale again, find that area of tension, let it go. Take one more deep breath in and exhale and relax. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. So just a few simple exercises that I wanted to share with you all. And again, as we, go on during these next few weeks, I can get on and share some more. But what I also wanted to share with all of you, and something I've really I've learned this over the years, but my back spasmed up pretty badly last week when we were on vacation. And normally if that were to happen, I'd run to my acupuncturist, to my chiropractor, and get massage and body work. And I didn't have all of that, my normal healers around to help support me last week when we were on vacation. So one of the people, I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you all liked it. One of the people that I had met actually the day before my back hurting, when it wasn't hurting at all, is someone who came and taught me some techniques to help with mental emotional states. So anxiety, fear, anger, things like that. And what I found in moving a lot of the emotional, the fear, because we were in Mexico and I knew coming back home, flying back and being back home and not knowing what we'd be finding when we got back home. And there's just so much uncertainty right now in the world with not just us, but this impact for so many people who may not have money in savings, or getting food is difficult, or getting around, or people just feeling afraid of not knowing what's happening. And I believe that we have our own fears, but then we also have the collective fear, because we're all one, right? Like we're all Ekankar, there's one God, and that energy that goes through all of us. So when we're feeling something, sometimes it's our own, but sometimes we're feeling what everybody else is feeling. And it's that collective consciousness that we have. So part of my back going out, I felt like was my own fear, but the collective consciousness as well that I was holding on to. Yeah, thank you, Rajkar. I agree. So I think really making sure that you stay in a place for yourself and also the people around you in a place of not only not having anxiety, but feeling joy, and bring yourself into a place of gratitude for what you do have. And I'll keep talking. I don't want to talk too much on that today, but just wanted to plant the seed and helping clear emotions. So if you're feeling fearful or anxious or angry or whatever it is, because we're all feeling it. I don't think anyone I know isn't feeling that. So it's what you do with it and how you choose to move it or not, if you want to stay there and be in it, or if you want to move it. And these exercises are great, breathing and helping move the energy so it doesn't get stuck in you, creating more imbalance or dis-ease or disease. So supporting yourself through this time with things like breath, things like movement, positive thinking, and again, we'll talk more about some other things you can do later on. I talked about water, and I talked about trying to stay away from chai. There's someone asked about talking Punjabi. I'm so sorry, I don't know Punjabi nahi. So sorry, but we will. I don't think we can translate. My husband knows Hindi. But I don't know if we know enough to speak in Punjabi or Hindi. So I'm sorry. One day I'm learning. I'm learning French, Spanish, and Italian right now. Punjabi's next. But I want to just, yes, keep in a place, keep yourself uplifted, whatever it means, exercise, chanting Gurbani Kirtan. And that's one of the things I actually want to talk about, chanting, like doing your pat, doing your japji, doing your Simran, whatever it is, to bring yourself, because when we get stuck in these lower centers, that's where our fear is, the fear of not being able to have enough, the fear of what's next. We want to bring our energy up into our heart centers, into our throats. And when you chant Gurbani Kirtan, just Waheguru, 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 Satnam Waheguru, Hara, whatever, or if you have your Shabads, whatever it is, you listen to Golden Temple, you listen to whatever beautiful Simran you can find, and chant from your heart. Bring that's like the Guru's designed this beautiful, all this Gurbani for us. And if you have the music, the the nod with it, all of it, that you can bring that out from your heart and out from your throat and bring it out. So bringing that energy up from the lower centers and bringing it out and holding that here for yourself, because when you have energy here in your heart, it creates big energy all the way around. And if you think of sicknesses or viruses, they're, like I said, they're a lock and key. So we have to have soil for them to grow in. So if we have a place where we're in love with life, we're in love with ourselves, we're in love with humanity, it brings us, it doesn't give a place for these things to grow. Like when you have a seed and you're planting it in the soil, you have to have the right amount of water, the right amount of sunlight, the right amount of depth, and then the seed can grow and flourish. And it's the same thing with sicknesses. When we have bacteria and viruses and even people's negativity, it can't get into us if we don't have the soil for it to grow in. So chanting Gurbani Kirtan, chanting Simran, being with like-minded people, being with people who are uplifting, reading uplifting things, staying in this place of consciousness and making your energy field this big. And then it doesn't allow for things to come in and create destruction in your body. So stay with your Sangit, even if you're not able to be with them, even if you're living alone. There's SikhNet, there's the Golden Temple Live. There's so many ways to connect with Sangit. Make your own group. Find ways to help stay happy and joyful. Watch fun movies that make you feel happy. Stay away from the ones that are killing people and beating people up and putting people down, because those images also get in your head and they get into our bodies also. So this is a time especially, and even when this virus passes, times are going to be difficult. So it's important to continue to stay in places of upliftment and positivity. So what you eat, what you see, what you speak, what you see, what comes into your vision, that all goes into your brain. So stay in a place of positivity, beautiful images, beautiful things. Someone's asking if I can sing rag. We were laughing because that's not my strength. Sanatam Kaur was actually doing a live guitar Facebook feed before mine, so I would go find Sanatam. And also I know the Phoenix Ragis were playing Kirtan last night on SikhNet, so I'm not a Ragini. I would love to. That's on my list of things to do, and we'll talk about that later, of all the things I'm going to be doing, and I hope that you all can find things that you love to do. So, but thank you for asking. And yes, it's spreading really quickly in the US, very quickly. So we're at home with our family, and we're doing things like this to help connect with all of you and stay connected with ourselves. And I'm making nice food. So I want to talk about this with food. So one of the things, and this is a very big topic, but I'm going to make it really short right now. And if people are interested, we can talk more about it later on another video. But I would recommend that you stay away from wheat. So all the rotis and all those yummy things, prantas, if you're in India, or if you're in the US, pastries, cakes, pies, croissant, cookies, all of those things. Stay away from gluten and wheat, because especially in the US, it's not so much, I think, in Punjab or although I know people who are gluten intolerant in India, who have really a problem with gluten. But the thing with gluten is that it breaks down our immune system. What we want, folks, right now is to build our immune system and give it every opportunity to fight off whatever comes at us. So if we have any kind of sickness, it's not just now with the coronavirus, but any sickness, we want to keep our immune system at a place that it's always strong, that it's always ready to fight these invaders. If we're eating things like gluten, sugar, dairy, chocolate, things like that, it really decreases our immune system. And when that happens, if we're eating prantas all day long, or we're eating cha, and we're having sugar, we're having one of my gulab jamuns, all my favorite things to eat, if I'm eating those all day, every day, my immune system's working all the time, because it's so hard on our bodies eating all of those things. And that lymph system that I was talking about in the beginning, it takes down our lymph and it clogs it up, so it can't move as easily. So you want to stay away from gluten, dairy, and sugar as much as possible. Same with chocolate. And what you do want to eat is if you want to eat rice, your dal, your sabji, all of those, you can have as much as you want. If you can get salads, that's the best. Whole grains, if you're in the US or Europe or a lot of the other countries, you can get quinoa, millet, lots of fresh fruits and vegetables. That's what we're doing. And I'm taking this time to really cook and eat nice squashes and lots of greens and nuts and things like that, because I want to build our immune systems and keep them like a lot of oxygen in our bodies. And so lots of fresh fruits and vegetables help keep that oxygen flowing in our system. So does anyone have any questions so far? I don't know who's still on, but I'm hoping you're drinking your water. I'm gonna have a drink of my tea. Gurmustic is too. Yeah, Gurmustic's got his tea also. So yeah, so anything else? Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. You can type. I will keep an eye on the Instagram and Facebook. But one last thing I want to share with you all for today is something really, really simple. So we did all of those exercises before to help with your oxygen levels and to move the blood supply in your muscles. And the other thing to do is breath. So you can do breath anywhere. And is anyone out there feeling stress or anxiety? Like, that's a big one? Because I know with stress and anxiety, you have heart palpitations, your heart starts beating really fast, the breathing can become difficult, our thoughts are racing, it's hard to get ourselves to calm. So what I wanted to teach you, and we're just going to do this for about, okay, so someone's asking about repeating the shoulder exercise. I'll just, oh, you can watch it again, actually. It was about 10 minutes ago, I think, so it's about the 31-minute mark. But what I wanted to share with you is called 1-minute breath. And they actually do this in the military. They don't necessarily do 1 minute, but they count 5 seconds in, they hold 5 seconds, and exhale 5 seconds. And they do that because, you know, when people are in combat and they're in the military and people get scared, they get anxious. And so they even know in the military, in the American military, they teach this breath to their soldiers so they can stay calm under times of great stress. So what we're going to do is called 1-minute breath. And ideally, I'm not actually even able to do this quite yet, but you inhale for a period of 20 seconds. You hold, so you count 20 seconds. You hold the breath for 20 seconds, and then you exhale for a count of 20 seconds. So I'm only able for myself, I'm at about able to inhale for 12 seconds, hold for 12 seconds, and then exhale for 12 seconds. So that's me. Some of you have better lung capacity, and some people might only be at 5 seconds. But whatever it is, you just want to make it equal. The idea is to lengthen the inhale, hold the breath, and then exhale completely, because the exhale allows for the carbon dioxide, that's the stale air, to really move out of our lungs. What we want is oxygen, because oxygen helps fight off sicknesses, and the carbon dioxide is what contributes to sicknesses. So this calms your nervous system, it calms your mind, and it helps you bring you into your center, and it also helps build your immune system. So all this lymph that's here in your neck, along your back, all the way down here helps move all of this. So we're going to play some music, and I think I have my timer set for 5 minutes. So we'll practice this together for 5 minutes. You can do it as long as you want. I'm doing about 3 minutes, my own personal practice every day, but you can do it up to 62 minutes if you'd like to, whatever you feel comfortable with. Or if you're in the middle of something at home and you can't sit down, just do it for a minute or two while you're cooking, or while you're playing with your kids, or you're having a conversation with someone and you're uncomfortable. Start feeling your body. Whenever you feel your heart doing this, or your muscles tense up, practice this breath. It's perfect. And again, we want to keep our minds calm, because when we get caught up in anxiety and fear and kind of the negative emotions, then we start creating more problems for ourselves. So we want to stay in a place of calm. Okay, any questions so far? So when you're ready, I'm going to have you just get into a relaxed position and either sit, you know, with your legs crossed on the floor, or with your feet flat on the floor. And again, you want to straighten your spine as much as possible. Just imagine again that string coming out of the top of your head going to the ceiling. Okay. And just take a couple breaths now, relaxing breaths. Yeah. And start your breath, just count for yourself, inhaling slowly. And your breath is in and out through your nose. Joining us, you're inhaling. We're doing ideally 1 minute breath, inhaling for count of 20 seconds, so long, slow inhale, holding for 20 seconds your breath in, and exhaling for a count of 20 seconds. And if you're not able to do 20 seconds, do whatever you're able to. If it's inhaling for a count of 5, inhale for 5 seconds, holding for 5 seconds, and exhale for 5 seconds. Whatever your lung capacity is, start where you are. We're doing this to help calm our minds and calm our nervous systems. Last round, inhale deeply. Hold your breath. And exhale slowly. Okay. So slowly open your eyes when you're ready. I'm curious, how are you all feeling? I feel really good and relaxed. Okay, so that's all I have for you today. Went a little bit longer than I thought. If you have any questions, if you have any comments, we have a minute or two before we, oh good, someone says blissful and balanced. Awesome, that's what we want. Yeah, that's where we want to stay. And just remember, when you feel good, you radiate that around to your environments. So everyone around you, your animate and inanimate environment. So the people around you, we want to be beacons of light. We're here, we've chanted, we know how to serve, we know how to serve ourselves, how to serve each other and our communities. So staying in your center is the most important thing you can do for yourself and for your health. And you're welcome, Amanda. Thank you for being here. And we'll have more. And absolutely. And we'll do more. And oh, that music I want to share is Arjan Khalsa from Vancouver. I'll put her name in the comments or on the description. So if you want to use her music, you can find her on Spotify or iTunes. Her music, beautiful. She's got several albums. And someone's saying, will this be uploaded anywhere? Yes, this is going to be on the SikhNet Facebook page and Instagram. So you can get all of this on there. We have, and I talked about, if you are just coming on, we had talked about food. Number one is, hopefully everybody knows now, drinking water, staying away from sodas, caffeine especially, coffee, black tea, juice, things like that. Anything with sugar you want to stay away from. You're so welcome. And happy to be here. And I'm also going to be doing live on Tuesdays and Thursdays, not on SikhNet, but I'll be on SikhNet as much as they want me to. But on my own Dr. Arjan page, I'm going to be doing different meditations and simple yogic exercises and just little tips and tools to stay up. We're going to be doing some journaling exercises and some different sharing. So you're also welcome to join me for that as well. And is there anything in this last minute I should share with people?
Yeah, just every day we're going to be having 2 broadcasts. Different people are going to be sharing in each of these broadcasts every single day. We posted some of this online on SikhNet, but around 5 p.m. Mountain Time in the US, or 6 p.m., I think it's like 5 p.m. in England, and in the evening time, around 6 p.m., basically twice a day. So if you'd like to participate on these will be on Facebook. So if you have the app, you follow Facebook and turn on notifications. So when we do have a broadcast, and if you sign up for our email list, we'll also be notifying of people that are coming up. But we have some great people coming up in the next days, sharing lots of great stuff. So we encourage you to take this time to work on yourself and to feel connected with people all around you, and be a part of this together so that we can lift the energy up and not feel that despair, or you want to get off. If you're going to be on social media, be on SikhNet social media, the positive stuff. There's enough kind of heavy stuff going around, and we want to, like Arjan was saying, keep our energy up, stay positive, and that's where we're trying to support in that way. So thank you guys for joining.
Thank you. I have someone asked about caffeine. This is a super important one. And I'll actually do a whole post on it another time when we need filler for SikhNet. Caffeine, it stimulates your nervous system. If you think about, like, if you see a tiger, this is the example, this fight or flight mode. If you've heard about fight or flight, when you have something scary happen and your body goes into action to either stay and fight or to run away. But either way, your body, the blood pressure goes up and your respiratory rate goes up and your blood sugar increases. And so caffeine does the same thing. It stimulates what's called your adrenaline. And so if people are already feeling anxiety or stressed out, then caffeine amplifies all of that. It like keeps our bodies in a stressed out mode all the time. And so it depletes us. And so it doesn't allow for us to fight invaders, or if people are already feeling, because this is kind of one of those anxious times, people are afraid right now. So I really tell people stay away from caffeine, because that just amplifies and exacerbates that feeling of anxiety and stress and depression. So hope that's a quick answer to your question about the caffeine. So we can talk more about food later. There's lots and lots on food we can talk about to help support your health. So, all right, you guys, love you. And yeah, stay tuned. There's more tonight. And thanks for a great hour. We loved it and love you, and spread the love to everybody else. And we'll stay in touch. Waheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Waheguru Ji Ki Fateh.